Good evening, I'm Jill Valley.
And I'm Mark Holyoke. Thanks for joining us tonight. An all-day wait is finally over as a black bear up a tree in the middle of town literally tumbles back to earth. Now, it happened in the middle of Missoula on 4th Street between Missoula and Orange. Hundreds of onlookers, police and firefighters on hand, as well as Montana Fish, Wildlife and Park officials. Just after 7 o'clock, FWP using a tranquilizer gun high aboard a fire truck cherry picker. Minutes later, with everyone looking on, the bear comes down.
This isn't your normal, but a lot of bears come up from Kelly Island and go up toward the rendering plant, and then they kind of get confused and lost in this area.
Now we slow things down and watch as the bear's head actually goes between the springs of the trampoline, his nose barely touching the ground. Then he's catapulted back up into the air before landing on the grass. Now Jonkel says the bear will be just fine, and once he recovers from his deep sleep, he'll be released somewhere into the wild tomorrow morning. So you're still having visions of seeing that tranquilized black bear fall out of a tree in Missoula, bounce on a trampoline, and then hit the ground? Well, you'll be happy to know that he's back in the wild. Here's FWP video that we obtained of the bear being released northeast of Missoula. Bear specialists say the 2-year-old male is now in an area with plenty of water and berries, and he's doing just fine. As the young bear explores his new surroundings, little does he know that he's the talk of both the news and entertainment worlds. So let's pick up that remote and take our weekly trip to the great outdoors. We begin with Dan Rather, who tells the nation the story we know all too well.
In Missoula, Montana, a furry invader was rescued from a tree. The young black bear couldn't be coaxed down, so wildlife officials brought in special equipment. The tranquilizer trampoline method worked just fine, with a clean bounce for a very relaxed bear. Not to worry, the bear was fine.
Count CNN in on the bear hoopla.
Well, animal officials in Montana were bouncing ideas off each other about how to get a black bear out of a tree.
And then there's late night TV.
Let's check the news. There we go.
In the News is brought to you by Bear vs. Trampoline. Press record now. You'll thank me later.
Craig Kilborn, a former Montana State basketball player, has his own bear tale to tell.
Physically, the bear will be just fine, although he may need years of therapy.
All part of his nightly tongue-in-cheek look at the news.
But this just in. More than anything in life, you want to see that bear versus trampoline footage one more time, and here it is.
Now, that is just a small sampling. In addition to CBS and ABC affiliates around the country, the bear also showed up on ESPN, MSNBC, CBS This Morning, The Today Show, Inside Edition, GMTV in London, Reuters overseas, and several other organizations. And from the story that just won't go away department, we all know the now famous bear who tumbled from a Missoula tree onto a trampoline last week. The footage has been seen well around the world. Now there's a website selling bear trampoline apparel. I kid you not. There are shirts and hats and a bumper sticker and even a thong, which I didn't show there, but you don't need to see that anyway. Interesting. And I also called the company in California that put that information up on there just to see how they're doing, and they didn't return anything.
They didn't return your call. You know, you're the one who shot the video.
True.
You should get a T-shirt with a little...
At least a T-shirt.
You know?
No thong, just a T-shirt.
No, just a T-shirt. Or a hat, but yeah, that's just... I remember we found that last night, and we kind of stared at it.
Shocking.
A bit of a shock.
That's fine.
There's now apparel.